I had my first kiss after 5
Talking,
years,
I mean, we're
and
so open. So open, and
it's
I'm a
been a long time. It's been a long
and
time, you know,
I
I chose to be single for those 5 years.
so I have some good news. I mentioned on a prior video that I met a wonderful man. He's such a gentleman. He is a really good match for me. I feel that I'm a really good match for him. And we have been communicating. We went on our first date January 22nd. And there is a video talking about our first date and how well it went and how much I admired him. He did contact me and we've been keeping in touch. And so we went on our second date. Now we've been communicating, throughout this time. But as far as like, going on a date, this was our second date. Prior to our first date, we had communicated for a few, I think it was like at least a month before our first date. And we both agreed to meet in a public place for our first date, January 22nd, 2026. And so now here it is, February 4th, and we went on another date. This was more personal. So on this date, we were able to talk about a lot more. Now it's been about 3 months now. We're able to talk and communicate, really find out more about each other. This whole time we've been talking, I'm the type of person that I am definitely going to ask questions. He did not mind me asking questions and he would answer them. And he is so open, about, the person that he is. And I'm so open about the person that I am. We just been communicating like two people should communicate.
And I chose to be single for those 5 years just so that I could have a healthy relationship. Learning how to build my intimacy with the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, learning how to know real love, to learn somebody else, because you got to love him first. We're walking in his ways. Also, learning self love, studying other relationships, why they divorce, relationships that failed, relationships that did not fail, committed relationships and marriages, how that actually works, and to study all these things, reading books, talking to God, self love. I have been really working on these things. So for 5 years, I haven't just been sitting around and just wasting time. I could have gone on so many dates, but I rejected them. They weren't about nothing. So I didn't even waste my time. That's called the spirit of discernment. Understanding wrong from right, what's wrong for me, and not wasting my time. Okay. And so I decided to just continue to stay single. It was better than being in a bad relationship. I've had enough of those. Why do I want to keep banging my head on the same wall when it hurts? So I tried something different. And so far, it's good. So, like I said, I had my first kiss after 5 years, and it was amazing. It was so amazing. And he's such a gentleman. He didn't try to go further. Probably wanted to because he's a man. He did not do that. He was very respectful. The kiss was intimate. The kiss was refreshing, and the kiss was good. Okay, it was good. It's point blank. It was good. And I felt what I should feel when someone kisses you, and I know that. Oh, and not only did we had our first kiss, he actually asked me. Now, this is a gentleman. He didn't assume. He said, I forgot to ask you, will you be my lady? I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. And of course, I said, yes, absolutely. No, okay. So he asked me, he said, I forgot to ask you, would you be my lady? And then he kind of paused a little bit. I said, well, ask me. And then he said, will you be my lady? And I said, yes. Will you be my man? Yes. You're my man. I'm your lady. Okay. So it is official. I am now dating after 5 years. And him and I both have that mindset that the dating, can lead to marriage. If it really goes into that, we're both looking to date to marry, and that's what makes it worth it. I don't want to date somebody who's not looking for real love, and people who's not looking for marriage, you're not looking for real love. I just don't believe that. If you find somebody you're really compatible with and you're still with that person, especially after a year, and you don't understand that person and you feel that that's not the one for you, why continue to be in that relationship? You're wasting each other's time. But in this case, him and I both want a relationship that will lead to marriage. Now, this will be his first marriage. This will be my third marriage. But we kind of both understand that. And that's why I took my time, because I didn't want to make that same mistake. It's still fairly new, but I do believe he is the one. Walking in a spirit of discernment, and I feel what I feel. I honestly believe that he is somebody that him and I can have a wonderful future together. It's really exciting. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I am looking forward to our future days, our future conversations. After the day came home, we talked for another 2 hours on the phone, and we text and we talk and we text and we talk, and it is just really nice, and that's what it is. I will keep you all updated. And of course, before I ever posted these videos, and like I said before, I'm not going to tell his name or anything about him. Maybe one day in the future, y'all will meet him. But for now, I respect him, and I've even gotten his permission to post him. I always ask, do you mind if I post this? The first video, I let him watch it before I even posted it, because I never want someone to feel uncomfortable, and I don't want this to be my content. And he gave me the best compliment. He said I should be a counselor, because he feels that I give good advice on relationships. So, and he said I'm very thorough, and I like that. I like everything about him so far. And like I said prior, this is always the honeymoon period, and the honeymoon period always feels good. And you know what I want to say about that? If you are in a relationship and the honeymoon period is not good, that's when you need to step away. If you can't even get along at the beginning, if you don't feel a connection at the beginning, like he's not calling you, you're not calling him, there's no conversation, no attentiveness, and it's the honeymoon period, imagine what it's going to feel like after the honeymoon period. Stop. Think. Observe. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. You should know within that first 2 months, even within that first month, you should know something. And that honeymoon period is exactly as it states. It's a time for you all to get to know each other. You're not finding out anything out of him or her, and that other person is not finding anything out about you. It's probably not going to happen. It's not a relationship. By now, you guys should really be deep into knowing about each other. I mean, of course, you're not going to know everything. That's unrealistic. But it should be interest. It should show types of interest. If him or her does not know your first name by now, something's wrong. If him or her does not know your date of birth or your last name, or, just basic information about you, you may need to turn away, because that person is not interested in you, and you're not interested in that person. And if they're not willing to tell you that information, or if there's a lot of secretive behind everything that you ask, or why are you asking me that? because I'm trying to get to know you. I'm not ready to tell you that right now. Then I'm about ready to not talk to you right now. If a honeymoon period feels aggressiveness, narcissist, betrayal, especially abuse, if you're still in the honeymoon period and that person is putting their hands on you or mentally abusing you, putting you down, immediately you should be leaving that situation because it's not right. If that person is or taking more than giving, it's probably not a good thing, especially if you mention it about your boundaries or, why are they taking more than giving? That's not good. Sometimes we want to make love happen so bad that we accept. If you're accepting, you're compromising. If you're compromising, you're going to end up constantly letting that person cross over your boundaries. And as you're not going to be comfortable and you're not going to be happy. Unless you want to feel ran over, alone, lonely, betrayed, boundaries crossed every day. Maybe some people like that. Maybe some people would just rather have a fantastic looking person in their life and that's it. But don't later on think that person's going to change if that's the way they are in the beginning. When life is lifing, keep on living.
I'm out.